Well, hello everyone. Uh, that is my friend's base. And if we were to look at it, I got in. I raided by using a couple of things and some equipment that we're able to see in my hotbar. So, this is the story on how I raided my friend's base.
The first thing in order to raid my friend's base is I knew I had to check something out. And that was to fly over my friend's base and check to see what all his dinos had. Flying over, I would get hit by his X plants, or his plant species X, and none of his dinos would attack. So, I knew this was going to be an easy raid because his dinos wouldn't all instantly aggro me. That just means I got to deal with the plants. And in order to deal with the plants, I decided that I would have to destroy the walls. The wooden walls that surrounds my friend's base is something that I would just have to come down. So, I figured a couple grenades would probably do it, but I made this little raft that had some sort of structure on it. So, I decided that I was going to grab a catapult and just start stocking up on ammo. Using some of the metal that I had for my catapult ammunition, I decided to make a crossbow. Now, I will mention that most of the stuff was already pre-rated. I had decided to use my friend Diego's base that was just so destroyedly, just halfly-assed built, to just use all of his materials to then raid my friend Nathaniel, so that way I can get access to his fabricator to make more heavy-duty stuff. Just want to put a little context there. I tried checking to see on where my crossbow was originally, and I couldn't find it. So, after making my little crossbow and stocking up on some grapples used to grapple onto the wall, I grabbed the catapult and just kind of got ready to go back to Daniel's base to go ahead and raid it. After returning back to my little raft, I would then climb the ladder. I would then climb the ladder. Climb the ladder. And then I would then climb the ladder, put the catapult down, and stock up on the ammunition.
The first one off. I knew it was going to be a little hard to see on where my rounds were going, so I knew I was going to have to use a couple of these rounds to at least kind of get it perfect, just in about. So, I started firing.
The hell? Why is my... Oh, I'm supposed to press the bumper. Wait, right? Hey, well, this isn't working. Why not? Okay, new plan.
So for whatever reason, I was just too stupid to press right trigger again because it kept saying left trigger, and I just never pressed that one again. So here's my new plan. I'm gonna get as close as possible, right? I'm gonna use the grenades that are in my hotbar and just blow a hole in the wall. All right, pause. I wasn't aware of this, but I found out that I could fucking just destroy his walls like that. And I wasn't a big fan of that. I don't think that's fair. So what I decided to do is, instead of me obviously just destroying all of his stuff through using that simple little command, I'm going to play it fair. We're actually just going to go ahead and continue raiding the base as if we normally would.
It still stands? This is fucking bullshit. Alright, new plan. Okay, that didn't work.
I had decided that I'm going to go back to trying to use the catapult to see if maybe I can't use the rest of the catapult balls in order to destroy the actual pillar, so that way I can get rid of that plant species X. Not gonna lie, I'm not even sure what the fuck I hit for 15,000 damage, but I hit something. But not the thing I needed though. So I kept firing.
God damn it, dude.
Nothing. I hit absolutely nothing with all those shots. You're telling me I did 15 damage of one, and that's it? I mean, 15 damage is better than no damage, but I mean, come on, man. I spent time making that. Looking back, destroying all my friends' walls, I did feel pretty bad. I was more determined trying to get my stuff in order to actually prevent my friends from seeing that I was online and then coming online just to end it all. So I decided my stuff was important than raiding the base because I had mostly nothing, but it was still my kit regardless, and I wanted it back.
What the fuck is that? Dude.
Arriving back home at base, the situation was dire. I really needed to get rid of that sentry turret. Like, I mean, well, it's not sentry turret, but you know, the center turret that was keeping me at bay at the wall. So I decided to go ahead and craft up some grenades. But when I went to go, I needed hide, and I knew exactly where to get some. Getting myself killed after I realized that my only Pteranodon that actually had a saddle was at Daniel's base. I went back, spawned on my other bed, so that way I could grab that Pteranodon, to head over to Diego's base, so that way I can grab more hide. I mentioned in this beginning, Diego's base and Nathaniel's base, after they both pretty much became abandoned, just like Daniel's, they became little workshops for me. I never really had a base to begin with. I was actually just ratting away and just sneaking into Diego's base when no one was around, using his stuff to craft and build, eventually getting into Nathaniel's so that we can have access to his fabricator, which then led me to current predicament where I'm now trying to get into Daniel's base because I wanted to see what all he had. He was by far the most actual, like, settled down. Like, he had plant species X, a wall, and a metal base. If that doesn't intrigue someone, then I don't know what else does. Because I wanted in because I knew he had some good stuff. After arriving at Diego's base, like I said, there wasn't much. He had a wall, yes, but he had no roof and most importantly, no door. So all of his items basically became mine as I just practically took everything. Now, this isn't all that he had. He did have more, but that was pretty much already been taken between me, Daniel, and maybe Nathaniel if he had came by. But no offense, Diego, but I knew you were instantly going to get out of the server once you got absolutely shit on by Daniel and, well, having troubles with the local. After arriving back at base, I decided to just stock up on as much grenades as I could. So I decided to craft all 6. I would then return to Daniel's base in order to actually take down this pillar and hopefully get inside.
Huh? Oh, I thought you said something. I don't have any more gunpowder.
Back at Daniel's base, it was time to take down that pillar. And maybe we can get back inside along with grabbing our stuff. So, avoiding the damage from the X plants, grabbed the grenades, and decided to chunk it. It was down. Now I had to deal with the one in front.
so annoying, dude.
Clearly, I died. I'm guessing the only way that plant box was able to survive was because the grenades kept bouncing, and the grenades work in an AoE, so the closer you are, the more damage, and the further out you are, the less. So, figuring out that more than likely the grenade wasn't directly on it, that's probably the reason why the box was still standing. If not, then just out of shitty luck, it just didn't work. So I decided to go back, grab my Tranodon to get back up there, and give it another shot. I had bested my friend's defenses. The only thing left to do was actually reclaim all my stuff again and get ready to blow a hole in the wall. I used my C4, struck a couple, and got ready to blow it up.
Oh my god, dude! Oh my god.
Letting out a sigh of relief, I knew I was finally in my friend's base. There was nothing. No more Plant Species X. Daniel's not on. It's just me and all of his loot. And I knew I was going to take it all. I just knew I was going to have to take multiple trips. So just real quick, I decided to scout everything. And lo and behold, I was actually pretty underwhelmed. This motherfucker had so much shit in his base. And had absolute fucking garbage. I was actually so mad, like, rating this. I was like, dude, there's no way he actually had nothing. So I decided to take what was valuable to me and leave him everything else.
Oh, it doesn't let me take it. Cool. He had mine, dude. This is so annoying. Whatever. Oh. Oh, thanks.
As I've started flying home to base, I realized that even though that I am the last one that stayed on the ARC server, after everybody decided to leave, after I took an entire week just to fix the server so everybody was burnt out from ARC, I stood alone. I felt like Napoleon, and I had conquered the entire world. And as I'm now stranded on my own little island of just loneliness, as no one plays on the ARC server, I think I won. But at what cost? My friends no longer played the game, and raiding my friend's space successfully made me really upset, because I was just like, well, now what? So I took everything home and decided to log. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We'll hope to see you again in the next one. Peace.